Section 10 of the Living Animals of the World, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Shashank Jakhmula. The Living Animals of the World, Volume 1, Mammals, by Charles Lewis Cornish, Editor, The Leopards. Less in size, but even more ferocious, the leopard has a worse character than the tiger. Living mainly in trees and very nocturnal, this fierce and dangerous beast is less often seen than far rarer animals. It is widely spread over the world, from the Cape of Good Hope to the Atlas Mountains, and from southern China to the Black Sea, where it is sometimes met with in the Caucasus. There seems to be no legend of its presence in Greece, Italy or Spain, but it was quite common in Asia Minor, and Cicero, when governor of Cilicia, was plagued by an aristocratic young friend in Rome to send him leopards to exhibit in a fete he was giving. Anyone who has frequented the zoo for any time must have noticed the difference in size and color between leopards from different parts of the world. On some, the ground color is almost white. In others, a clear nut brown. Others are jet black. Wherever they live, they are cattle thieves, sheep thieves, and dog thieves. Though not formidable in appearance, they are immensely strong. Sometimes one will turn man-eater. Both in India and lately in Africa, cases have been known where they have set up in this line as deliberately as any tiger. They have 4 or 5 young at a birth, which may often be kept tame for some time and are amusing pets. But the following plain story shows the danger of such experiments. At Hong Kong, an English merchant had a tame leopard, which was brought into the room by a coolie for the guests to see at a dinner party. Excited by the smell of food, it refused to go out when one of the ladies, who did not like its looks, wished for it to be removed. The man took hold of its collar and began to haul it out. It seized him by the neck, bit it through, and in a minute the coolie was dying, covered with blood, on the dining room floor. The Chinese leopard ranges as far north as the Siberian tiger and, like the latter, seems to grow larger the farther north it is found. The color of these northern leopards is very pale, the spots large, and the fur very long. At the March fur sales of the present year, held at the stores of Sir Charles Lamson, there were Siberian leopard skins as large as those of a small tiger. Leopards are essentially tree-living and nocturnal animals. Sleeping in trees or caves by day, they are seldom disturbed. They do an incredible amount of mischief among cattle, calves, sheep, and dogs, being especially fond of killing and eating the latter. They seize their prey by the throat and cling with their claws until they succeed in breaking the spine or in strangling the victim. The largest leopards are popularly called panthers. In India, they sometimes become man-eaters and are always very dangerous. They have a habit of feeding on putrid flesh. This makes wounds inflicted by their teeth or claws liable to blood poisoning. Nothing in the way of prey comes amiss to them, from a cow in the pasture to a fowl-up at roost. In every country, says Sir Samuel Baker, the natives are unanimous in saying that the leopard is more dangerous than the lion or tiger. Whenever I have been in Africa, the natives have declared that they had no fear of a lion, provided they were not hunting, for it would not attack unprovoked, but that a leopard was never to be trusted. I remember when a native boy, accompanied by his grown-up brother, was busily employed with others in firing the reeds on the opposite bank of a small stream. Being thirsty and hot, the boy stooped down to drink, when he was immediately seized by a leopard. His brother, with admirable aim, hurled his spear at the leopard while the boy was in his jaws. The point separated the vertebrae of the neck, and the leopard fell stone dead. The boy was carried to my hut, but there was no chance of recovery. The fangs had torn open the chest and injured the lungs. These were exposed to view through the cavity of the ribs. He died the same night. In the great mountain ranges of Central Asia, the beautiful snow leopard is found. It is a large creature with thick, woolly coat and a long tail like a fur boa. The color is white, clouded with beautiful grey like that of an Angora cat. The edges of the cloudings and spots are marked with black or darker grey. The eyes are very large, bluish grey or smoke colored. It lives on the wild sheep, ibex, and other mountain animals. In captivity, it is far the tamest and gentlest of the large carnivora, not excepting the puma. Unlike the latter, it is a sleepy, quiet animal like a domestic cat. The specimen shown here belonged to a lady in India who kept it for some time as a pet. It was then brought to the zoological gardens, where it was more amiable and friendly than most cats. The writer has entered its cage with the keeper, stroked it and patted its head, without in the least ruffling its good temper. The heat of the lined house did not suit it, and it died of consumption. End of section number 10.